Hey guys, the Punisher Max 17 here again, and this is a video I'm making about an airbrush that I got and the Gundam I made with that, which is a custom Gundam. And this right here, which you can see, is the airbrush I got. Previous to this, I didn't really have an airbrush. I had a cheap little $10 one from Harbor Freight, which really didn't do anything. So I don't think you can ever even really count that. But I had a 40% off coupon on Hobby Lobby, and I found this, so I figured for that price I can't pass it up. Especially because I saw the name Iwata on there, and from the little I knew about airbrushes, I knew that was top of the line pretty much. So for what I was getting this for, I couldn't pass it up. So when I got home, I kind of looked some stuff up about it and found out that it's Neo for Iwata, which I assumed was just a line of the Iwata brand or something, but apparently it's actually a Taiwan knockoff product. But I had heard that it still works reasonably well, so I thought I'll go ahead and try it. And to be honest, I think it works pretty decently. And I mean, I don't know how well actual Iwata would work or whatever, but this did everything that I wanted it to do. And I mean, I was happy with it for what I paid. So I think it was worth the money, even if it is a knockoff or whatever, because yeah, like I said, it still did what I wanted it to do. I'll show you the brush itself. This is it here. It's gravity fed, as you can see, dual action trigger, and it comes with a larger paint bucket thing and a smaller one too. But it works, like I said, I think it works pretty nicely. It's got a 0.35 millimeter nozzle on it, and yeah, I mean, it did what I wanted it to, so I'm happy with it, and I'm looking forward to getting better at using it with some of my other Gundams, and then being able to just move on to where that's what I use permanently for most of my Gundam models. So now I will show you the Gundam that I did with this. Alright, now here's the Gundam I did. This was originally a 1/44th scale high-grade Freedom Gundam from a long time ago. This was an old kit I had that, well, I bought this back whenever they were still selling the Gundam Seed models in, like, American stores. So you know this was a very long time ago, like, I don't know, 2004-ish or something. But I had this, and it was painted really, really badly. From back when I was a lot younger, and I just didn't even really know what I was doing. So figured this would be a good model to fix up. So I took it and I stripped off all the paint that I had on it and cleaned it up. And I wanted to give it a custom paint scheme, something, you know, different than normal, since I was airbrushing this for the first time and stuff. So I figured right now I'm building a perfect grade Strike Rouge, and I figured why not do a Freedom Rouge kind of thing. So I decided to make a custom version of this Freedom model in the red and pink colors. And I gotta say, I really like it. I think it turned out pretty well, especially for being my first attempt at airbrushing. Because, I mean, I know there are imperfections on it, definitely. Not saying it's perfect by any means. But for my first try at airbrushing and just getting this thing done in pretty much a day and a half, I think it worked out pretty well. I used several different colors for it. You got the light pink here for the armor itself, for most of the armor, I should say. Not sure if you can see the feet. Bright red for the feet. Same with on the tips of these guns on its side skirts is the brighter red, along with part of the torso area. And then there's a darker red for the knees, a very dark red that I used, almost like a brownish red, for the main chest part. And then I used a darker pink for the guns, on the side skirts, like I was saying. And I think that just like the contrast of all those colors worked together pretty nicely, and just made a nice looking color scheme, I think. And on the wings kind of things of it, it's just red and black. Now the black actually didn't go on as well as I wanted it to, and I'm not entirely sure if that was something I did or if it was the paint I used. I don't know, to be honest, but it doesn't have the same texture to the paint as the rest of the colors. The rest of it is very smooth and nice and stuff, while the black is very rough in texture. It's visibly different, but I'm not sure if you can tell a little bit there in the video, but I'm not entirely sure why that is. I used Tamiya paints for the entirety of this model, so I didn't think it would be different in any way for any of it, but yeah, the black didn't go on quite as well, so I'm not 100% sure what was up with that, but I'll try out using it a few more times and see if it's still that way, or I don't know. Just the paint I have might do that, but for all I know, it could be all the black Tamiya paints. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's some issues, like I messed up a little bit on the side of the torso there, along the lines between the white and they're actually pinkish, light pink, and the brighter red. Yeah, and quite simply, the main problem I had with doing this kit was just taping off the parts for doing multiple colors on one single part. And that's something, I'm sure I'll just get better at with time and more doing it. Just, getting the tape in the right place, and on one time I did it, I think I just didn't wait long enough, and I ended up stripping some of the paint whenever I taped it too. But that's just, I guess, beginner's mistakes for using an airbrush like this and all that, so I'm sure that'll get better. But yeah, I think it turned out nicely. I'm looking forward to doing more models like this, doing some more custom paint schemes and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So this was a little detour from doing my perfect grade, and more than likely next weekend I'll get back around to doing that one again, and hopefully I'll have the next work in progress video up for that here for too long. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like it, and I'll see you next time.